Hi guys, recently I wrote a Coleman starter kit. I have posted it in my website, so I want to share it with y'all and then explain of how I wrote it and what are the steps so that it will be easier for y'all. First thing first, go on to hivemedia.com, scroll down, click this button, click again. Okay, this is the starter kit. Like the title mentioned, the starter kit is for those who are yet to start a cold email outbound system or for those who just started. Any experienced cold email guys, I would just recommend maybe you can just take a look at the cold email strategy section. Other than that, this is mainly for those who are yet to start. This playbook is written by me, word for word, and there was no AI used. And then this is not taken from the internet, it's exactly how I started Hive Media. And then all these materials and screenshots that I put is what I've used. But for you to achieve the maximum results, what I would recommend you is please use your own flavor, meaning you can shift it according to what you need. Use this starter kit as a fundamentals and then fine tune it. That's the way you can get the best result because no playbook when you use it follow it word to word instruction to instruction, it would never ever work. You really have to blend it to your own ways. Let's get started. First section, we are going to discuss about purchasing domains and then setting up emails. Whenever you are running campaigns and you are scaling or you are starting off, the most important thing that you need is domain and emails. Domains can be purchased by GoDaddy.com. These are all the instructions you can follow on how to get purchased and then how you set up. Since we are starting off, I would recommend 2 domains is enough. However, if you feel that you want to test more, you can buy more domains. As I'm recommending, myself, I just bought 2 domains to just get the hang of how cold email works. Post 2 domains are bought, we now go on to purchasing of emails. I recommend Google Workspace. There are other email providers out there. To get started, I think Google Workspace is secure and good to try out. These are the instructions of how to purchase and set up. Once the emails are purchased, the important thing is you have to set up your SPF, DKIM, DMARC. To get this done, I've posted a video someone else have created. You can take a look at them. It's a very good video how to get things started. You should be done by maximum 10 to 15 minutes. At this point, after following the document, you should have bought 2 domains. Each domain will have 3 emails, means that you have total of 6 emails, and then your respective setup should be done. Once the purchasing and the setup is done, now it's the time for scrapping of leads. To run a campaign, another important thing is you need good leads, a list of email addresses. Since we are getting started, I was looking for a very simple tool and cheap alternative. That's the reason why I choose Apollo.io. This is how Apollo roughly looks like. If you ask me, there is no specific instructions of how to get the best leads as of now when you're starting off. To get the hang of it, just play with the filters, job titles, location, industry keywords, and then get the best generated lead list of your own filters. There's no specific recommendation of filters I do have for you to get the best lead list. Of course, in the future, there is other things you can do to validate them and whatsoever, but I will talk more about it in the upcoming playbooks that I will write. Okay, this moment our prerequisites is done, domain done, email done, setup, Apollo, and then leads we have generated. Okay, after prerequisites, you need a cold email software to send your emails. My personal favorite is Instantly. It's affordable and then it's a easy interface to use. Personally, I like it, but of course, there's other tools out there. But this document particularly explains about instantly. So you can just follow the instructions to purchase. And then before you start any campaigns, the most important thing is you have to warm up your emails. So at this case, we have about 6 emails that we need to warm up. Why do you need to warm up? If you never warm up your emails, what's going to happen is it will affect your email deliverability. It will land in your spam. So, example, you are sending your started campaigns and then you are sending emails. You will land to your target audience spam folders, which we don't want. So, warm them up for at least 2 weeks. But if you have the time, you want to go for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's actually good. The more the merrier. One disclaimer or thing, do not ever rush to start your campaign. If you want to start your campaign fast and ongoing, buy more domains, buy more emails, set them up so that you can rotate if anything goes wrong. This is all the instructions to do the warm up. Okay, what's custom tracking domain? To monitor link clicks in our emails, we need to set up custom tracking domain. In this particular document, what I explain is how you get it done through GoDaddy and instantly. Then you can just follow it. And then next is set up your campaigns and how you set up your contents of emails. Again, just follow. Okay, at this point of time, you are ready to launch your full email campaign. Domains done, emails done, set up. We already have your leads, and then we have our cold email software. Everything is warmed up. For instance, it's ready 2 weeks, and then your campaigns are good to go. For instance, let's just take it as the campaign is launched. What are the most important cold email metrics that we need to measure? These metrics are all from instantly. Okay, let me just explain to you all one by one. Open rate. A good metric, but not the best. What do I mean by that? Open rate is not very accurate. The reason is, for instance, there are Apple mailboxes. They will pre-open the email before the actual recipient opens it. So sometimes it's recorded as a open rate. However, to ensure that the campaign is going good, we can at least maybe monitor that it's at least 40% open rate. More the merrier, but if it's 30%, 10%, I think it's better to stop and then fine tune your campaign. Yeah. Don't depend on open rate alone. However, maintain at least 40%. For click rate, this is something that I really like, but it has its cons also. Click rate is something that monitors link clicks. Sometimes in Hive Media, our strategies are to put link clicks in some of the sequences, such as attaching PDF, videos, we send personalized videos, and then if they click the link, it means that they have opened the email and then they are interested enough to even click the link. It's something, a very good metric to measure. However, the con is when you put a lot of links in your emails, it will affect your email deliverability, meaning it might be regarded as a spam. That's the reason why a lot of other cold email guys do not really put their links. But as of for me, I'm still trying different type of campaigns with link and without link. But if you can, try both. And then if you're putting links, just put one. Don't go and put two, three links. It won't work. If there's many links, it will be just regarded as spam. Replies. Okay, this statement. Replies has both negative and positive response. I mean, somebody can even say they're not interested, or positive response obviously is good. Why do I say replies is very good? So, for instance, one of my first campaign when I ran, there was no replies at all. So I don't even know what's happening, whether is it good or bad, or do people like, is it the subject? I'm not sure. However, when we get negative response, it's sometimes good because we can really gauge why people are not interested, and then we can gauge the type of audience we shouldn't be targeting. And then best, sometimes one of my cold email sequence is if they're not replying, my fourth or third email sequence, I will ask them, why are you not interested? And then I still get replies. So I know who to target next or who not to target. So replies is very important. Opportunities is obviously the ultimate, which is positive response. Positive response means people are replying, meetings are set up. Yep, your end goal is done. And yes, these are the metrics. So don't see it individually, see it as collective. So sometimes open rate, you can see subject line, click rate means people are interested to all the way come in. Replies, sometimes negative reply tells you what you shouldn't do, and then positive replies tells you what to do. Next, we are moving on. Cold email strategy. This is something that I'm going to explain in depth so that you understand. In Hive Media, we treat cold emailing very differently. We do not just want to send volume out, blasting emails to people and then scraping leads and then sending thousands and thousands of emails. What we mainly do is, okay, let me give you an example of something first before I explain. You know, social media like Instagram, TikTok, what we do is we post content, and then once people are interested, they might reach out to you. Same thing. That's how I use for cold email. I use cold email as a platform to reach out to the leads that I want to, and then I give them free valuable stuff, something that is very good that I can reach out to them one to one. It's so-called personalized. Since I have their email addresses, definitely I would have their name, company, LinkedIn, and everything. I would try to sound as personalized or even generalized also. I would see whether it's my target audience which really matches what content they need. So for example, one thing that I've done is some I would say, for instance, now imagine I'm sending cold email to you. What I will do is I won't just say, or do you want to do cold emailing? I can do for you. Instead, I will create a playbook, or I will create a audit for you to take a look, which really helps you. And then maybe if you really resonate with what I gave you, you could come back to me. So that's the reason you should really give something that's super, super valuable rather than just asking, do you want to work together? I got discount. All these things really doesn't work in my point of view. So the strategy that I'm using is jab, 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 right hook from Gary Vee. So what does it mean? You give something that's valuable, you give something that's good for them to try, to work on, even without your help, and then you give again without expecting anything in return. And then one point of time, you would have the opportunity to ask, or best, they might even reach out to you. So that's the strategy that we are using. We always prioritize on giving. We believe that once the trust is established, once we are branded, people would come to us. So that's the strategy that I'm mainly using. Again, give, 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 and then ask. Give everything that is valuable. Don't just give for the sake of giving. Give, really put your heart and soul, and then give something that's valuable for them. They love it, they need the implementation for it, they will definitely come to you. So this is the main strategy that we are working on. Valuable stuff, establish trust, and then ask at the right moment. Now let's go on to the important thing, subject line. Okay, subject line, you would have heard that a lot of people use short random subject lines like quick question. Like putting question mark and then maybe making a joke or something just to make them open the email. For me, I treat emails as genuine as possible. So my subject line would be short and concise, but it will be related to the contents of the email. I never ever send random emails. The reason is once they open the contents of the email, I want to make sure that they can resonate with the subject and then the contents of email. So I'm a genuine person that I'm sending. Instead of me, they can notice that I'm sending from to everybody, broadcasting all the emails to everyone. I don't want them to notice that. So that's the reason why I keep it very genuine as possible, related to the contents of the email. So contents of the email, one sequence is equals to one content of email. So in instantly, I would recommend that you start off with about three sequences, and then you can maybe put one day apart, 2 days apart. Really depends on your content. So sometimes some you need immediate follow-ups, some you can maybe follow up after 2 3 days. I have personally done for enterprise customers, I have done about 7 follow-ups. It sometimes works. For other audiences, it doesn't. It really depends. Enterprise, sometimes yes, it works because we are giving them valuable stuff after valuable stuff. We are setting a meeting, so it takes a very long time. However, for small businesses, I think three should be really good. And then more than three, you definitely they might feel very overwhelmed, whether spammed, but yes, you see what's good for you. Just test and fine tune. Okay, based on the strategies that I tell you, I've written a sample cold email. This particular cold email, it has no target audience or whatsoever. It's just general audiences. So I will just explain and tell you what I've crafted. Okay, maybe let's take an example. These companies are general, but we are going to reach out to them. So when we are reaching out to them, we want to give them something valuable. Remember, I told you the first gift. So what are we going to give them? I'm giving them a audit report. The reason is while providing out audit report, what's going to happen is it's going to reveal to them problems. So for instance, if I just ask them, do you want my service? They are not going to reply. But by sending an audit report, they're going to open the audit report, then they're going to see, oh no, I have so many problems I need to solve. So from there, they get interested to reply to us. That's the first strategy. So we give, but we invoke the interest for them to get back to us. So for instance, keep it as ads or SEO whatsoever. I put a list saying that, okay, these are the things you should be doing. Please do your own checklist and check. When they're checking, they're like, oh my god, I never do this. Then they know that, okay, we are not doing all of this. We should reach out to them. So this is known as the gift sequence. We are not really asking them to reply. However, we are doing a soft ask. What do I mean by soft ask? We just ask them to view the report here, and then just we now force. If you need us, just reach out to me if you have any clarification. So that's what it meant. So no force or whatsoever. We are just doing good for them. Next sequence, we definitely need to follow up with them. But then a lot of the emails, what it does is it comes saying that following up with you. I see that you do not reply. We can easily detect it's a cold email. So what I do is I call this the soft follow up, and then definitely it's a gift sequence. What do I mean by soft follow up? Follow up without telling them that. And I see that I'm following up with you. You miss my emails. All this. What I do is I tell them. I think you do not have the time to read the full report. I've give you another offer, which is a short video. Again, by giving a new offer, I'm trying to do a soft follow up without them noticing that I'm really trying to do a cold email. Again, the offer is short video. In this short video, what I do is I'm telling them, I know it takes time to read the full audit report. I have summarized for you in the short video, so it's faster for you to take a look. And then again, we also do a soft ask here, what it means. After you watch, if you have any feedback, do let me know. This thing is, we are not asking them to work with us or anything. Just give us feedback if you have. So if they never give feedback, also what's going to happen is we can reach out to them and then tell them also, do you have any feedback? So it gives us a very easy way to navigate and ask them without feeling so randomly reaching out to them. So it's like an anchor point. Now the last sequence. Okay, this is a final sequence. It's not a follow up. However, it's like a closure so that we can do a final follow up somewhere else. So let me tell you this interesting thing. Okay, so email one, nobody reply. Email two, nobody reply. Email three, definitely they won't reply. That we are almost sure that they won't reply. So what I'm doing, I'm saying, hi, I do understand you might be flooded with emails. So I sent you a LinkedIn request. Hope you're connecting there. So what I'm saying, once I send this email saying that, okay, you never replied to any of my email, but let's connect in LinkedIn, I think would be better. Why I do this? It's because when you are reaching out to someone random in LinkedIn, nobody is going to reply. However, if you are telling this person, I've already sent you emails before, I'm Imran, who sent you emails previously, let's connect here. It will be easier. They will really reply. It's an anchor point, meaning you're not a random guy. You already know who this person is. You have already sent them about 3 emails. So when you are reaching out to them in LinkedIn, what they are going to do is they are going to take a look at your emails again. So the line that I'm mentioning is I really use it, really works. This particular strategy works. If you see here, I'm Imran. I sent you emails regarding an audit report. Just thought it would be easier for me to connect with you here. Have you managed to review them? So in LinkedIn, I'm going to message this. So what's going to happen? Even if he never saw the email, he's going to go back to see the email and he's going to see the report. It gives us a good anchor point from the last email to message them in LinkedIn. This then makes them reply, and then once they reply, it's really a strategy on how you try to convert them. So this strategy, it works especially for enterprise customers that I've tried. And then this is the moment in LinkedIn you can even do the ask sequence. So once you have a conversation, you can maybe say, okay, have you do the report? I wrote the report based off your website, and then they will talk to you. You review them and everything, and then one moment you can ask them, are you free for a short call? Do you want to do and everything? So this is the ask sequence. So in short, give sequence, give sequence, and then it's a closure sequence, and then you can ask here. So do you understand? So what I'm roughly trying to do in Hive Media, we always offer, give them something so good. Best is if you can even navigate them to your website where you have materials, will be the best because you know that they are interested. You can monitor and then reach out to them. Yes. So give us is the main fundamental strategy that Hive Media is working on now. So if you all really have any other cool strategies that you all are applying, feel free to let me know. Okay, so this is the total cost of the email system. So yearly it costs about 23.90, 198 per month. It's not a lot actually. So by starting this, of course, you cannot guarantee that you will get flooded of leads, but I at least think you can get one lead, two lead. So get started with these two domains, six emails, cold email software, upload.io instantly. Try cold email, see how it goes, get the hang of it, post that. Even if you never get leads, when you're ready, you know how to use things, you can really scale up. You could go to add another four, five more domains, more emails, and then slowly you can fine tune, and then the results will be coming in. The thing I recommend is compared to Facebook, Google ads, or other ads out there, cold email outreach is very simple. You could use it for even communicating to your customers or sending them offers of discounts, or even maybe keeping it as a funnel. So for instance, this is a funnel, but your final strategy can be LinkedIn. It might be a funnel where you could ask people to register in your website and then get these emails, then make sure you can do retention in email. So there's many ways. You can choose what you want, but I would really recommend that you should keep cold email outreach in outreach outbound. But you can choose where you want, whether you are funneling or just doing cold email on its own, or you can pair up with LinkedIn, or you could pair up with content. You can even, the best thing is like I'm doing now, you can create content and then you could even email people the content you're doing. So it acts as a different way. It's a good thing to communicate to people one to one. Yeah, that's the summary. So yeah, I'm done. So y'all can read the book. If y'all have any doubts, feel free to reach out to me, and then you can reach out to me through any of the social media platforms out here. And then one thing, just a heads up that I'm trying to give you all. So there'll be more resources that I will be publishing. The next ones are subject lines. Then I'll explain about the strategy that I've done, what is working, and then what's not working, and then feel free to just take a look at it. And then those videos like the ones that I'm creating here, I'm going to publish in this videos section. And then the last one is, once we have enough traction, I will create a community where we can share with each others with how to do cold email better. We'll create a cold email community and we can ensure everybody grows together. So thank you guys. And then if y'all have any questions or y'all need any other resources, feel free to let me know.